Mohbad's mother is in a mess right now. Things have started surfacing and it's not a good one. The turn of event is not in the favor of Mohbad's mother. It is so unfortunate. A lot of us have thought about it and we could not reconcile it. How is it possible for a mother to have done this? Ladies and gentlemen, Mohbad's mom, she has come to what I call the last bus stop. And there is no way out anymore. So she has to spill it all. She had to come out to say, I care less for nothing again. She has come to that point. You know, when Mohbad's mother got a lawyer, people were wondering, she got her own lawyer. That's because she knows that a lot is about to happen. A woman that could sit with the prime suspect, Wunmi, to cover up, to manipulate, then you should know what this is all about. So Darosha and Adura with Mohbad's mother, three of them, there is nothing else to cover up anymore. Everything is laid bare. There is no cover up about it anymore. It is glaring. They have to open their mouth. They have to say it all. You're about to hear what you have never heard before. This is deep. I don't know if they are seeking for forgiveness now. I don't know who is going to forgive them. Maybe it's Mohbad's father, because we are just concerned citizens. We are not family members. The person who lost is Mohbad's father, because Mohbad's mom did not lose. Because if she did, she will not be concerned only about money. She will not be this manipulative. She will not be so dumb and foolish. She will not be doing what she's doing. It is so sad. So sad. So sad. There were certain questions that were asked from Mohbad's mother at the Coroner inquest. And she muddled a lot of things up. She was not expecting that the Coroner inquest was going to be this way. She thought the Coroner inquest was going to be focused on the story surrounding the issues she had with Mohbad's father. Oh, that is what I want to tell them. How bad he is. How a wicked man he is. But things turned in a different direction. She had to say certain things that had to be compared with what has been established already. Ladies and gentlemen, still on justice for Mohbad. Well, since it has become this, and she believed or believes within herself that Wunmi failed her when they had issues with some of the things in Mohbad's house that they had to sell. To her, Wunmi failed me. Wunmi failed me. This is what caused tension between them. And that tension resulted into what is happening right now. I want you to pay attention to this one from the beginning to the end. Tap on the subscribe button, turn on the notification if you're just coming across this channel. To those that have tapped on the thanks button, the one with the love icon, I say, may God bless you. May God replenish your pockets. May your pockets never run dry. Let's get right into it.
On Tuesday, he said yes. He had slept all night. He had slept all night and you woke him up. He had slept with the injury not treated. Are you sure you woke him up and he actually fainted, or somehow he woke up? He said, I woke him up. Where is this thing that I'm looking for now? See that it was soaked with blood, and he said yes. You said you saw the blood-soaked bed sheet. He said yes. When he slept Monday night to Tuesday, was it that same bed sheet? Okay, sorry. Question: are you sure of the cloth that was soaked with blood in the house? Are you sure of the cloth that was soaked with blood in the house? The cloth was soaked with blood, and it was the bedsheet. It was not soaked with blood. It was the bedsheet that he slept on that Sunday night. Question: it was the bedsheet he slept on, and by the time he woke up on the next day, it was drenched with blood? Answer: it was not drenched with blood, just little patches of blood. When somebody sleeps and moves, blood will stain everywhere. So when he slept Monday night to Tuesday, was it that same bed? Was it that same bed sheet he slept on? Answer: I have no idea, because it was on that same day he died that I saw the bedsheet. Question: that you saw that it was soaked with blood? He said yes. Are you hearing me?
Yes, I can hear you, man.
He said
I was
that he
just
saw
laughing.
that
Yeah.
it was soaked with blood. He said answer yes.
This
And now
is
said
what I
you
can
were the
picture
one that,
there,
so
man.
if he saw that it was soaked with blood, yes. Folashade soaked with blood, yes. Mama Mohbad, àǹtí mi báwo lẹ̀jẹ̀ ṣe pọ̀ tó báyìí, yes. Baba Mohbad, I saw bedsheet duvet soaked with blood, yes. Do you understand? So there was blood in that house, soaked bedsheet, and everybody was saying, oh, it's just a small scratch, the wound is not that much, it's just a ṣé wound tó wà scratch yẹn náà ló soak blood. I continue.
Well, that's a very vital point.
That's why we need
That's a very vital
a team
point.
of lawyers, so that tí ọkàn bá miss èèyàn kan rí. Do you get? We need more lawyers
I'm not going to press further, mommy. Well,
and
let me
people are
mute.
just
If
making
there's
it
any
look like there
question,
is
I
more
will
to
respond.
getting. No problem, it's okay. I mean, I will allow you, because I don't want anything that they will use to
ọ̀rọ̀
come
sì
and
kún
carry.
bí àgbà o èbí wọ́n ṣàlàyé gbọ́.
And he wanted to come to my place,
that
and I
is
told him
that
to
is
bring him.
Darosha ni younger one àbí.
Yeah. And I told him to bring him to my place, or my grandpa's place. And we have been communicating since then. Before then, when he was in school, he used to call me when he wants to come home, that he need transport fare. And I give him every time he calls. And when I ask how we will see, he tells me his father won't let him see me. Kí ló mean by that? I used to give him transport money, then his father won't let him see me.
ẹ
So
gbọ́
I
mi o
see you báyìí.
ẹ gbọ́ o ó padà sínú live ẹ̀ ní 2019
2019.
àbúrò ẹ̀ ló bá mu wá. Now ó wá padà sẹ́yìn láti parọ́ pé ó wá ń bá òun tó bá ní ìdòwò school pé tó bá lóun fẹ́ rí. Ṣé mọ̀ pé time 2019 Mohbad ti wà Malians.
Ó ti wà ń bẹ̀ náà. Ìwà yẹn gangan ló meet Malian. 2019 yẹn náà ló meet Malian.
Ṣé ẹ ti rí bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn? Ṣé ẹ ti rí irú Abọ́sẹ̀dé ìjà tó bá Mohbad jà pé Mohbad kọ síta pé òun ò ṣe responsible mother. That 10 years tọmọ yẹn sọ yẹn, he was in pains. Tó bá jẹ́ ìyá mi wà ń bì, ṣé àwọn ìyà tó ń jẹ mí yìí máa jẹ mí? Ṣé tó bá jẹ́ ìyá mi wà ń bì, ṣé kò ní bójútó movement mi? That was the reason tọmọ yẹn máa fi kọ orú orin yẹn síta. Orin yẹn wá jẹ́ ìbànújẹ́ fún ìyá Mohbad. Kò wá forgive Mohbad lórí orin yẹn.
Ẹ máa gbọ́, 10 years àná sí mọ́mí, actually 15 years. Ẹ mọ
Bàbá ti ní 15 years
ẹ
ni.
mọ the next question tí lọ́ọ̀yà bí. Only since 2019, you say your son came back. He came back to you in 2019. Can you please tell this court you are the mother of that child?
10 years àná sí mọ́mì gan-an kò dùn yàn tó question eléyìí o. Ìyá kan mọ́gi ni o, ó kàn mọ́gi straight.
Can you tell this court you are the mother of that child? Whatever you tell us will assist the cause of justice. The character-wise of your son, somebody you gave birth to, in spite of the separation, you came in touch with him, and all through before 2019, and from that 2019 till date. In a nutshell, can you please tell this court the character-wise of your son? Emagbo, Anthony, I'm in touch with my child. I'm in Kiniko. When he came to meet me at Ayobo in 2019, he, his friends, and my younger one came, and I was told he sings. And I asked him how he came about.
Ṣé máa bí kò
Okay.
lè parọ́ bẹ̀ yẹn náà àbí?
ẹ máa gbọ́ ẹni tó ní òun wà in touch èmi àtọmọ mi o à ń sọ̀rọ̀ gbogbogbà o a wà in touch o irọ́ ló ń pa o. Ó ní I was told he sings. Báwo ni ó ṣe jẹ́ pé you were now told he sings? Shouldn't you have known if you were in touch with your child that he sings? Ó wá ní I asked how it came about, and he explained to me, and I told him that when I was pregnant with him, I received a message.
Tó mi fẹ́ máa gbọ́ bẹ̀ yẹn.
2019 yẹn náà ló ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ṣàlàyé fún yìí o. Meanwhile only I'm in touch, so 15 years yẹn standard kò rọ́mọ yẹn.
Kò rí fún 15 years, complete 15 years.
Kò rí complete.
Kò rí ó dẹ̀ dàbẹ́ ní pé immediately tóun àti bàbá Mohbad ti jọ túká yẹn ló ti lọ lóyún straight away.
Yes.
Because tẹ́ bá wo ọmọ.
Ó ní ọmọ méjì ló ń bí sí fún another person pé ọmọ márùn-ún náà ó ní 3 fún bàbá Mohbad, 2 sí the other man.
No, 3 ló bí síbòmí. Ó dà kó lose ọmọ kan.
Bọ̀ kò sọ yẹn nínú definition.
Kò ní sọ ọgbà tọmọ yẹn ò sí.
Nílé ìsìn ìgbà tó jẹ́ méjì
ni ó ní I have 3 children for bàbá Mohbad, pé ó ní first child obìnrin, then Mohbad the first son, and then another boy. Wọ́n á ní pé do you have any other child after you left his father? Only 2. I have 2. Kò sọ 3. So ó dàbí pé ibi interview tó náà grant kiri ló ti sọ pé òun ní 3 ìkànkú yẹn. Mi tí rí yẹn, I haven't seen that, but I mean you can't be lying about that in Kole. Okay. Then I asked about school, and he said it was done. Shembo, I'm in touch with my child. When he's coming from school, he used to ask me for money.
And then they were so ó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ pé báwo ni sí wa lóhun ti ṣe tán. Ìwọ náà dẹ̀ ló tún lòun fún lówó.
And he asked me where I was.
DJ YK múlẹ̀.
Shembo, and he asked me where I was, and I asked where I was, and I said I was in my father's house. I said, how do you know Naira? Shembo, I want to show him he was with Naira. And he told me his father knows him, and he played with me and left. Since then, I used to call him, but it is someone else that will pick the number and tell me that he's not around, and that when he comes, they will tell him, and when he comes, he will call me. And that was how we started calling each other. I told him to take me to where he is living, and he said he will, and I continued calling him, and I used to ask of him from my brother, who is called Darosha, and he told me that they were living in Ikorodu together, but they have left and they are going to Aja. And I asked, does he want to be singing? That they told me a prophecy that he will be a pastor, and I fought with him, and I saw tattoo on him, and he begged me.
Tattoo tó ní lára yẹn kò gbé Abọ́sẹ̀dé ń bẹ̀.
Only I got to tell his body, and he begged me. Nǹkan tí mo ti ẹ̀ ń try láti sọ nísìnyí ni pé ó ní I'm in touch. Okay, ó give grand interview tí wọ́n sọ pé the child did not see you for 15 years. Ó ní irọ́ ni o, èmi rọ́mọ tèmi o, every time mo rọ́mọ mi o. When he used to ask me for money that he was going to school, nísìnyí ó ní òun béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ń pa school. Ó ní òun ti ṣe tán. 2019 yẹn ló update ara ẹ̀ o. 2019 ló get all that information about the 15 years tí ò rọ́mọ yẹn.
15 years báwo ni ìyá ṣe máa dúró fún 15 years?
Ìgbà ló mọ̀ pé wà lọ́dọ̀
níbo lobìnrin náà gbà lọ tó fọmọ sílẹ̀ fún 15 years.
That is it, and nobody is looking at this, because you see this woman, she left this child to be in the hands of Shemo. Gbogbo ó ti kókó tó
ti jọmọ yẹn sínú ọ̀fìn ayé already.
Yes.
Ó ti jù sí already. 15 years kó má bójú wẹ̀yìn ọmọ tó bí wọn fọ.
And then kò tiẹ̀ ṣe ìwọ ló lọ wá ọmọ yẹn, ó sọ pé àbúrò ẹ ló bẹ́ẹ̀ rí i tó sọ pé òun rí i tó wá sọ fún ẹ tó wá mú wá bẹ́ẹ̀. Do you understand? Kì í ṣe pé o sọ pé owó ọmọ ẹ títí ìwọ ló lọ wá o wá bá ń bì kan o wá rányàn kan kó lọ rí i pé o gbọ́ pé wà ń bì kan. Ó ní ọmọ yẹn ló mú wá bá òun. A day to the NDLA issue, he called me in the morning that he wants to travel, and he will call me because anytime the number doesn't go, and I greeted him and prayed for him. The midnight, clear. He called me in the morning that he wants to travel, and he will call me because
Ọmọ Yesu Flakes, ẹ má bínú mà pé mo interject yìí. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ kí lọmọ lè ṣe fún ìyá báyẹn tó jẹ́ pé ó máa wá gbá revenge lára fún torí ọkọ ẹ̀ fún ọmọ tó fi inú ẹ̀ bí bábábábá gbogbo ayé. Bọ̀ ìyá níyà máa jẹ́ because ọjọ́ tí mo ti gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ni mo ti ń rò pé ṣé abiyamọ kan lè jókòó ó lè rorí báyẹn pẹ̀lú nǹkan tí màmá Mohbad ṣe. Ó dẹ̀ ní gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣe òòrùn natural but deep inside her she's a wicked woman being.
Because ó ti fi ọmọ yìí sílẹ̀ kó tó di kó bọ́ sáyé Wunmi.
Ọmọ tó
mo fi máa sọ pé kò ṣoògùn.
ó tún wá ní guts láti sọ pé I gave them fake clothes. My wicked o, ó wicked o.
Ìkọ́ tí mo fi sọ pé oògùn mi kankan kò mú òṣogùn kankan sí. She is a wicked mother láti lẹ̀.
Wicked woman ni.
After all, Wunmi ò ṣáà sí nínú ayé ẹ̀ nígbà tó filẹ̀ fún 15 years. Àbí Wunmi ti da fẹ́fẹ́ sínú ayé ẹ̀ ńgbà yẹn.
No, ẹ ṣe sínú ayé ìyá Mohbad.
Ìyá Mohbad.
Ìgbà tó fi ọmọ ẹ̀ sílẹ̀ ni Wunmi ráyè mú mọ́lẹ̀.
15 get point mi. Get point mi. Ṣé rí ìwà tí ìyá Mohbad ń wù lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ yìí? Táwọn èèyàn sọ pé kò ń ṣojú lásán pé under spell. Èmi wá sọ sí pé kò ń ṣe spell kankan. Ìwà ìgangan character ìgangan nìyẹn because 15 years tó fi fọmọ yẹn sílẹ̀.
Ibi tán ti rí mú gan nìyẹn pé wọ́n ti rí pé kò kí ẹ̀ kò ná ní ọmọ. So òun náà dẹ̀ wò pé kò jẹ̀yà ọmọ so kò feel pains. Báwo lọmọ ṣe máa sọ fún ẹ pé Wunmi sọ pé òun máa poison òun o? Báwo lọmọ ṣe máa sọ fún ẹ pé kó má lọ ní ọjọ́ Sunday? Ọmọ tó ti fi sílẹ̀ tọmọ tó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń rójú ojú ọmọ yẹn tọmọ wá ní mommy please don't go tó wá ló fẹ́ lọ sí church. I don't get it.
Wunmi ò bọ́ power bank welcome me.
Mọ́mí ṣe rí kéèsì tèmi àti Mohbad ó fẹ́ jọra àwọn bákan. Éjì tèmi tó wájú ti Mohbad lọ.
Mohbad ti failed woefully. Ó failed woefully. Ṣé rí nítorí pé kò sí nínú ayé ọmọ yẹn. I'm sure ìgbà tí ìfẹ́ ń da ọkàn Mohbad ní wúruwúru ó ti ṣàlàyé fún wọn pé òun ò tiẹ̀ rí ìyá òun látijọ́ yìí.
Àṣìbí òun àti Wunmi náà jọ ń wọ street káàkiri. Wunmi náà ní
ṣé mọ̀ pé tíyà yẹn bá wà padà wá sáyé ọmọ yẹn ìyàwó yẹn á sàn kéré mọ́ lórí.
Ṣẹ̀dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé experience has shown ni pé most boys wọ́n máa ń close mọ́ ìyá wọn bákan. And the reason wọ́n close mọ́ ìyá wọn ni pé ìyá máa ń ràgàbọ̀ ọmọkùnrin ẹ̀ pé ọmọ yìí ò ní àrẹ̀mọ ìdílé yìí ò ní láti bring her up kó lè take a position leadership tó àwọn bí sínú leadership yẹn. Ṣé o pé Mohbad ní first son even though ó ní sister obìnrin tí ó jẹ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ tó jẹ́ first born.
Òun ní àrólé ilé wọn.
Ó ní àrẹ̀mọ àbí àrólé ọ̀wọ́ tẹ̀ bọ̀.
Àrólé òun làrólé ilé wọn.
So because wọ́n mọ̀ pé blessing máa lọ́kọ ó máa lọ́ntì ẹ̀.
Yes, and you left that kind of a child.
Yeah, so obìnrin tó ìyá tó bá jẹ́ ìyá.
Tí ọwọ́ ìyàwó tí ọwọ́ orogún tó máa fọmọ orogún gbá lórí.
Yes, I mean the midnight of that day someone came to meet me that this is promise Mohbad because I didn't know him as Mohbad, your child, and he was shouting that Naira Marley wants to kill him and they should save him and he cannot sleep. I called him and his wife and none of them picked the call. And I was praying and I couldn't say I was even his mother. And I couldn't say I was even his mother because I was hearing different things. Not too long, I called my younger brother and I asked what happened to Promise. And he told me not to worry. I cannot remember if it was his father or I that called him. but they told me to come and meet him at the hospital. And I went to meet the father at Ikorodu. Was it the recent one that happened you are explaining? That one that happened then, which hospital? I do not know. Who called you? His father called me. What made him to go to the hospital? It was when I went to meet his father at Ikorodu, and they took me to a department. And it was Bella that collected the department for him. What's department?
Apartment.
Where did they put department? And I met him asleep, but he couldn't do anything, and his father and I stayed there. After 3 days, I called him and asked what happened, and he said that day he went to the studio with his wife. Then he received a call that NDLEA came to Naira Marley's house.
Ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé script tí wọ́n fún ìyá Mohbad ń bẹ́ ó mix ẹ̀ up?
Ó mix ẹ̀ up now.
Mohbad Bella ò tí ì support Mohbad. Wọn ò tí ì gbé ilé Bella o kó tó di pé NDLEA wá o. Adura wà Malian's house. Adura wà Malian's house. Máa sí gbogbo wọn àti Mohbad wọn gbogbo wọn wà Malian's house o. Wọ́n wá jáde láìpẹ́ máa sí nílé tiẹ̀ níta so Mohbad wọ́n fẹ́ lọ sọ̀rọ̀. Ìgbà tó wọ́n yìí ló pé Mohbad o pé NDLEA ti wà nílé òun wá padà nítorí Àdúrà. Àdúrà náà dẹ̀ ni ò lè jà fún yìí.
Kò lè jà fún o. Òun náà even Wunmi gan lọ́jọ́ NDLEA yẹn ó ní ẹ drop mi ẹ drop mi ṣe rántí.
Ṣé mọ̀ wípé tẹ bá wo NDLEA tí ìyá Mohbad ń sọ tó ń sọ yìí
2022
àti èlùbọ́ tí wọ́n bá nínú ẹrù tí wọ́n dì sínú ẹrù Mohbad tí káàdì mọ́ sọ fún wa wípé grandma wọn wá lè bọ́ta. Story yẹn ni ìyá Mohbad ń dàpọ̀ mọ́ra o.
Ó dàpọ̀ yes ó ní.
Story yẹn ló ń dàpọ̀ mọ́ra o.
Bọ́sọ̀ sọ pé ó ní ó fẹ́
mọ̀ pé Mohbad fẹ́ travel ni.
Yes.
Nígbà tèlùbọ́. Ìgbà tí NDLEA ó máa lọ perform níjọ́ kejì òun àti Maisi lọ́jọ́ wà ní ọ̀dọ̀ ní Malian's house.
So ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ story yẹn pẹ̀lú.
Ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ story elélùbọ́ yẹn ni o. Ó wá padà wá bọ́ sórí ti Malian's house ó yọ kúrò ni o.
Yes nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ni ó kàn báyìí.
As a mother torí wípé kàtẹ́ wá sọ wípé wọ́n ní tó o bá ti dún fẹ́m orí ẹ lọ́ máa gé tẹ̀lé ọmọ ẹ̀. Kí ló fún ẹ láṣọ́ránsì pé wọn padà ṣe ní gé orí ẹ̀yìn nígbà tó bá dé? Because all these things you said it with your mouth now.
Mommy Jokem, Sherry, my own belief the way these people are playing this thing like mafia. Tó bá parí tán everybody tó mọ̀ nípa kíní ni wọ́n máa eliminate pátápátá. Wọ́n dẹ̀ máa eliminate wọn in a way tó yẹ pé kò ní sẹ́ni tó lè point.
Yes, Tomi Diva, he lives there too.
Kò ní sẹ́ni body tó máa lè point to the fact pé wọ́n eliminate àwọn people ní bóyá ilé ìṣe ńlá accident náà máa ní eléyìí ní malaria ó kú náà máa ní yàn kan ṣe kinní kan ó rìn lọ́wọ́ ò rí mọ́ gbogbo wọn máa disappear rí gbogbo àwọn boys wà nílé yẹn lọ́jọ́ yẹn tí wọ́n mọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ including ìyá Mohbad bàbá Mohbad nǹkan ló save nínú ọ̀rọ̀ yìí I'm telling you. And that's
kí wá ní essence tó fi ń tọ́jú secret tí wọn kúkú sọ síta. Káyé lè gbé pa.
Tí tó bá níyàn ń forí ọká ṣeré nǹkan táwọn people yẹn ń ṣe nìyẹn. They are playing with fire.
Nǹkan tó bá dá ṣe ló jẹ́ secret.
They are playing with fire because
those people. Nǹkan tó bá dá ṣe ló jẹ́ secret tó ti dìyàn méjì mẹ́ta kò secret mọ́.
Somebody said yes they have started with Salo. Ṣé mọ̀ pé àwọn people yẹn anybody tó bá mọ̀ nípa kéèsì one by one wọ́n máa get one out of the way.
Ẹ̀sà ló sí ilé Mohbad náà kò ń ṣọ̀rẹ́ Mohbad.
Ó mọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nígbà tí Mohbad kọ́kọ́ kú bóyá wọn ò mọ nǹkan tó mọ̀ nísìn I don't know whether that's the reason why they attacked him o
kó lè ní ṣe pẹ̀lú ti Mohbad.
No, but even if it has nothing to do with Mohbad, nǹkan tí mo sọ ni pé ṣe rí gbogbo àwọn boys yẹn tó mọ̀ nípa kéèsì ti Mohbad, gbogbo àwọn tó mọ what actually happened to Mohbad.
In that house, yes, kò sí àwọn náà gbọ́dọ̀ mú kọ́ wọn ò safe.
Wọ́n dẹ̀ ti dákẹ́ nísìn kí ogun ti máa tọ̀ sára from now on, because they are going to take those boys out one by one.
Even Adura fúnra rẹ̀ gan ó ní láti kíyè sára. Because tó ṣe pé ò mọ bẹ́gbọ́n ẹ̀ ṣe jáde láyé.
Ní gbogbo àwọn tó wà nínú ilé yẹn tó mọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ tó ṣì dákẹ́ sí tó are scared to talk. No, they are not going to spare any of them. Wọ́n máa wipe wọn out. Bí wọ́n ṣe máa operate ní gbogbo àwọn pípẹ́ yẹn. Because kí nǹkan tó mú wọn tó wọ́n dákẹ́ tó wọ́n wà scared to speak yìí.
Oh, Dandoski.
Well, you've heard it all. What are your thoughts about this? What are your thoughts? The role of Mohbad's mother, all her lies, and the insinuation, or let us say thought of people. They believe that Mohbad's mother has not forgiven Mohbad, that she holds a certain resentment inside of her against Mohbad because of the song that Mohbad sang. I do not know if that is true because I do not live inside of her. But what I know is this. If there is any resentment inside of her, it will be that she is ignorant. If Mohbad sang a song that she is aware of, she listened to the song, I'm sure she should have called Mohbad and say, look, this is my own side of the story. I didn't leave you guys. Your dad wanted to RIP me. I had to escape for my life so that today you will see me alive as your mother. God has a way of doing his things to bring back what was lost. She should have maturely said some of these things. If this is true, that she heard Mohbad's song and was not comfortable with it. The reason why people came up with this is because of what she did. Nobody ever can believe that someone's mother will sit down with the prime suspect. Or is it that she believes strongly that Prime Boy is behind the demise of Mohbad? Because she gave an example of Judas taking the life or selling Jesus Christ out. Does she believe in it? She said, I called Adura. Adura told me that Prime Boy is the one that did it. Darosha said the same thing, that when I came, Mohbad told me that Prime Boy injured him and that there is some fetish whatever on Prime Boy. And that is what he used. That when this thing is used, if you don't give the person the kind of solution to it, that person will RIP in 3 days or in 2 days, something like that. That is the picture. Let me just break it down to you guys. That is the picture. That Prime Boy had certain charm, spell that he had done, some enchantment, some juju on him. And that juju, once it is used, if you don't want the person to RIP, if you don't want the person to RIP, if you don't want the person to RIP, simply do something like maybe touch a certain part of the person's body. The person will be fine. Now, Prime Boy said he wanted to pick up his things, maybe come to meet Mohbad and then touch Mohbad. I don't know. But he said they didn't allow him come. But was there a fight between Wunmi and Mohbad? That part of it is hidden till today. Is it that Mohbad's mother does not know about this? Is it that she does not know that there was a fight between Wunmi and Mohbad that could have resulted to his demise? Why is she holding on to the part of Prime Boy? She even went as far as say, oh, Prime Boy Mohbad's father said that Prime Boy should go and hide, whereas Prime Boy is responsible. Why would you tell Prime Boy to go and hide? That was why they put wanted on Prime Boy. It came from Mohbad's mother informing Wunmi. That's why they put wanted on him. Now, Prime Boy is saying, I'm not responsible. The thing is this, we don't know what happened. This could be a series of events that led to the demise of Mohbad. They said the demise of Mohbad is inconclusive. They said he had only a scratch. So what then happened to Mohbad? It is unbelievable. I don't know what your thoughts are as regards this one. Drop your comments. See you in the next update.